was a mermaid, red like the sun. She said,
Hi everybody, this is Ingi from Tarot Ingi and welcome to this series about wands. I'm doing 8 of Wands today. This card is one of the few cards in the Rider-Waite deck that hasn't got people in it. Only wands, and they're flying in the air. And that to me symbolizes that this card really is about losing yourself in the moment. Doing something that's completely absorbing your attention. Something that elevates you, elevates your spirit. Wands is your spirit. And it can symbolize travel. It can also mean that you find yourself somewhere where you get to blossom and grow really quickly and in a way that where you're learning as well. You're learning of something something very exotic. There's an exotic energy in this card. This card has Sagittarius energy. When you lose yourself in the moment, as seen in this card, it can take you somewhere far, far away. So travel of all kinds is indicated, and it also speaks of being in love with life and having butterflies, and feeling really gittery and feel like you're falling in love. In a love reading, it does speak of falling in love, especially in the early stages when you are falling head over heels, deeply, quickly. And if you're in a relationship, this card can mean you're going to fall in love all over again. You're going to you lose yourself in the moment with your person. Time will travel very fast. It's like the beginning stages again in the relationship. But with time and this card, it really speaks of enjoying life so much and enjoying the company of the person you're with so much that time is moving really fast, and the seeker is not getting much sleep. They might not be able to eat. There's just a feeling of excitement. In a career reading, this card can speak of being completely absorbed in your work, being obsessed with your work that takes you far away to foreign cultures as well. Even speaking a different language is seen in this card, so that could be part of your role, is to learn another language. It can also be a career path where the seeker really will shine. They'll be elevated by the work that they're doing, and they have swift progress in their career as well. We can also speak of fun jobs and travel jobs. It can also speak of work in tourism, aviation, and marketing. Whatever it is that you love doing the most, you get to do when you see 8 of Wands. Because of this vibration, 8 of Wands is a more likely yes in a yes-no question. As feelings, this card speaks of feeling excited. You have butterflies, You love life, you live life to the fullest. You feel like anything is possible. You want to explore. You want, especially other cultures, especially go somewhere where they speak another language. There's often that feeling of wanting to explore foreign land. If you're asking how someone feels about you, it can mean that you make this person feel in love, like they have a big crush on you. They could be head over heels as well. They could be so excited about you. Every time they see you, they just light up. They love hearing from you. They love communicating with you. This card can speak of a lot of texting, internet communication. And there can be a massive blossoming up of romantic feelings. As a personality type, 8 of Wands is someone who is very focused on goals and reaching those goals, and they're very much in the, in a very sort of ambitious energy, but it's because they love what they're doing. They love changes, and they always think that changes will bring them opportunities to grow, and there's no dull moments. They're busy, often traveling or getting to know people, especially if it is to a faraway place, or if they can reconnect us as well with old friends, especially if that old friend lives in another country. They like to study. So this card can also mean academic success as well, especially if academic success opens up the world to the seeker, because that's what they want the most. They just want the world to open up to them so they can live and travel and go wherever they want. they love to study and travel. They love to have success in any area that will take them far away and up and beyond. They like to live life in the fast lane, and they're often very fun to be around as well. But they're also people that can be in and out of your life because they have this flight energy. They're very hard to pin down. Patience might not be a strong point, and they often like to juggle a lot of projects as well. When 8 of Wands is reversed, it can mean that there's a lack of energy and there could be lethargy, maybe there's apathy, and things aren't moving in the right direction, maybe there's poor time management, little gets done, procrastination, delays, maybe there's little to no communication, there's no hearing from the person that you want to hear from, you're not getting the text back, you don't get an email back. There could be a lot of jealousy among couples and fighting, and even at worst, even violence when this card is reversed. 8 of Wands reversed when it is a person is someone who has a lot of potential, but they tend to channel it in the wrong way. So then they end up not completing things because they don't really see the point. They're hasty and end up accident prone. They could be very angry and jealous people when it's really negative, unpredictable, unstable at times even. But sometimes when it is 8 of Wands reversed as a personality, it's just that they're unable to channel their energy in the right way, so they end up kind of focusing on the wrong things, and they end up sabotaging rather than bringing life to projects. And often they try too hard to be someone that they're not. So it's someone who lives maybe a little bit behind a mask, a false persona, but it can end up irritating people around them a lot. They need to learn to be more in the flow, because they tend to instead just create a lot of disaster basically. And they also need to work on patience and not snapping so much at everyone who they believe is slowing them down. They could get very kind of obsessed with tasks, but then they're focusing on the wrong end of the task and end up kind of repeating the same pattern and cycle over and over again. So an 8 of Wands reverse personality type really need to just know how to work with their own energy and focus their energy properly. So let's find out what the runes have to say about this card. Okay, so I'm getting at the bottom, I'm getting Evas. And I get 3 other runes and they go straight up, but they all face down. But they kind of like the wands just going up in the air. That's what it looks like. But at the bottom is Evas. And Evas is a world tree that it's almost like an eternal tree that rejuvenates itself. And if you look at the number 8, it goes around and around and around and around and around. So you can speak of like an endless cycle as well. So 8 of Wands is here to remind you that life is an endless cycle, and you have even though people say life is short and time is a real currency, don't waste time and all these things. They also want you to know that time is endless as well. So you might as well do the things that you enjoy now and not put it off, because usually people end up doing what they don't want to do, and they just push away what they want to do, thinking I can't waste time doing what I want to do. But with Evas, it really reminds you that time is here and now, and it's endless. So fill it with joy and happy moments, because if not, your life will be very, very heavy. So when 8 of Wands shows up in your reading, it's most likely something going on in your life that is a little bit heavy, and it's very easy to get dragged into more of the heavy energy and more of the the duller things, like when you kind of time is slow, time is just not on your side, like maybe you're not feeling you're enjoying people around you or what you're doing. So what they're saying is you need to shift that energy, and 8 of Wands is set to give you that opportunity to go above it, to raise your spirit above it, but it comes through doing what you love doing. When I did my tarot card, I have someone who's surfing, and he's in the flow. He's just enjoying the moment, doing something that's fun for him. It's joyful. It's happiness. It's in the moment. it's not wasting time. It is what he has to do, because if not, his spirit will die. This chi rejuvenates his spirit. It rejuvenates its spirit. It's circulating the chi. So 8 of Wands is also a symbol of circulating life force energy, but to do that you also have to do things that you enjoy, that lifts your spirit and your energy. And that it means to try, but I don't like the word try, but to find ways to have these elevated moments in everyday life, to find the joyful moments in everyday life, and to have more fun. And for a lot of people, having more fun means going outside. It basically means going outside, but also having more fun communication as well. It's to bring more fun and joy into your daily life. That will rejuvenate you and help you circulate your chi, increase your life force. So 8 of Wands will come into your life, and life is about to be very interesting to you again. Especially if it hasn't been very interesting. It's there to shift the energy, to bring in new energy, new people, new situations, and very often from far away places as well. It will get you really interested in the world around you and see things from a completely new perspective. And that's 8 of Wands. The next card I'm going to do is 9 of Wands.